Welcome back to FACEIT TV, ladies, gents, esteemed Quake fans. We're here now. We have SPART1E and CYPHER. Last match of Group B going to be taking place. This is a match for seeding. This is a match so you don't have to play against evil. That's what this is. So
it really is.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, man number one. It is, of course, going to be Q. Watching Spy off this morning. Picked up the red armor, got the railgun. CYPHER on the other side of the map currently doesn't have the mega health. That has the yellow armor, and that's still up on its spot. So whether we're going to see Spy set up a trap here, he doesn't have the lightning gun to really push in forward with it. CYPHER doesn't have too much to work with either. So it's kind of all up in the air who's going to get this one. But second map is going to be Sinister, and a third map, if you need it, is Lost World.
So far though, SPART1E in with an okay start, just checking his position out. It's actually kind of even as we check both players out. The problem is CYPHER doesn't have weapons, and this is something that SPART1E can abuse. No LG, and SPART1E should realize that CYPHER has to go for the LG at some point. And obviously, the first perceived open opportunity is what he'll take. So SPART1E could count on that. But look at this little dance around the pillar for the red spawn. And CYPHER going to commit, drops on in with SPART1E dropping in some bombs from above. Moves down for a committed engagement here. He wants to take this fight. But look at this there. Goes to direct. And now he knows he can drop for the LG fight. And that should be the frag. SPART1E picking up number one in the first minute. Well played.
And I really like that frag as well from SPART1E. His lightning gun was dead on point, and that's something SPART1E needs to get on with early on. He needs to start hitting these shots early to get that confidence. And now hopefully we're going to start seeing him extend that lead. But CYPHER does have a pretty good spawn. To be quite honest with you, 108 to 100. SPART1E is a little bit tighter situation at the moment, but does have more weapons to work with if he can get the distance away from CYPHER. But as it happens, CYPHER able to collect the red armor. Now the railgun, and it only missing the lightning gun, which we move to now. Straight away, CYPHER's in control.
Oh, and SPART1E misses a must-hit rail. That rail would have stopped CYPHER from being able to push him for a frag, and missing it, we've got a tied game situation. Moving into the Mega and the red pickups, CYPHER is actually in big control here, but that rocket actually for free. That was really nice there. SPART1E, is he going to go for the Mega, or is he just going to hang around? Looks like he's going to hang around, get railed, and yeah, there goes the Mega for CYPHER, as well as the LG. He's going to leave it up for a while, though, as he scoops up the shards first. So it's just taking it easy, taking it slow. Knows SPART1E cannot get the Mega straight away, so no rush.
Yeah, and again, SPART1E now does not have the lightning gun, which could make things a whole lot more difficult if it comes to fighting around that red armor. His first frag was gifted to him thanks to great lightning gun after the initial rocket, and instead gonna bet everything all on black as he drops down toward all on red rather as he drops in there, changing the colors a little bit.
I like that. I haven't heard anyone make that kind of roulette thing before. Good stuff. Gonna steal it.
Yeah, buddy.
But here comes another rocket in onto SPART1E there. And SPART1E seems to be having some trouble at the moment. CYPHER's got some really strong control in these items, and the damage output is really good as well. And he's actually solidified a lot of these items right now, and SPART1E goes for the engagement. But CYPHER's been denying resources for so long that he has nothing to fight with.
Yeah, every time he spawns, he has to go. He has to pick up rocket, has to pick up rail, has to pick up lightning. He needs those three weapons if he actually wants to make a frag. Sure, he can play defensive with one or two of them, but if he wants to convert or at least get onto an item, he needs the combination of the three. The lightning gun is only going to do so much in this situation. CYPHER's going to be able to switch out, find the kill, and if you had a railgun, for example, would have been able to back away using that railgun to deal damage.
Nice rocket from CYPHER. CYPHER rockets TM, and there you go. There is the frag. So SPART1E goes down again. It's like he's trying to find some kind of solution here, but it's not quite going his way. He's opting not to play for a slow game, and over time it's just not sustainable. It seems he's getting the damage, but after every engagement we're seeing a CYPHER that is able to stabilize.
Yeah, but SPART1E has managed to gather 100 to 75. Technically healthier than CYPHER, you would say, and he may have the opportunity here to get on red armor. One more railgun would shoot him down, but again, he doesn't have the railgun as a result from continually dying. He's needing to find the frag with the lightning gun, and it's probably not going to happen. CYPHER will find a way to back out, but 27 points of health, it could just be a matter of time until this frag opens up for him. CYPHER can't really afford to dive to Mega. He's going to have to back away.
And it's very awesome to watch him play on the low health. We can see how well he's playing the positions, how aware he is of where SPART1E is moving. Oh my god, that second rail is phenomenal there. Just catching SPART1E. Beautiful. I mean, okay, it may not be a huge difference, but maybe it bought him just enough time to get the snag on that red. And he's well and truly back in right now. He doesn't want to fight just yet, but at least he's out of the critical condition he was once in.
Yeah, he needs to find some health. The 50 HP is not for him yet. He's not going to be able to back onto that. And even if he did, that's still going to give Sparty the advantage in the fight, given the slight health advantage that he does have. So Cypher's still got to be quite careful, but it could just be one rocket to separate the two. And we currently see Cypher just setting up a bit of a trap. Sparty's going to be caught out. The rockets aren't brilliant from Cypher, though. Sparty could capitalize. Up becomes the bounce pad. Catch him out with the LG. The frag comes in 6-2. As Spike just this back.
Wow, that rocket, insane. It's not going to be enough to stop Sparty, but it sure as hell is going to put him in a bit of a daze, because that looked like it hurt, and Sparty's going to be moving back onto the shards. And that direct rocket, that really does have a big impact, because now as Sparty got set back to 0 armor, he's going to pick up a green, some shards, a yellow. It's going to take some time. And in the meanwhile, Cypher picked up not only a bunch of weapons, but that red armor.
I mean, it's kind of interesting. Well, actually, we're going to see a bit of an exchange here, so we'll get into that in just a second. But it's interesting to see Spotty play this map, because he's one of the few players I'll see that always goes for mega health. It doesn't matter how much armor he's got, how risky it is, he seems to always make the play to deny it from his opponent. And even then, he didn't really have a lot of health and decided to, you know, even if I pick this mega health and rocket jump, I've denied it from my opponent, even if I end up at 113 after it.
Certainly is the case, and now he's going to go forwards. Look at this. You cannot stop him. You cannot deny him. He will get the frag, and there's number 4. He needs 2 more to try and tie this one up, but can he do it? He's got a lot of time left still, and there's the red armor. This is a fight that could go horribly wrong. One stray rocket to the face, and he's done. He's got to be very, very careful, and it's going to be Cypher that goes for the drop. Would not advise that, but he is going to go for it, and he loses his life.
Yeah, just a one frag separating the two players. Now Cypher on the yellow armor. Fantastic railgun before the yellow armor as well. It's always nice to hit the shot before the player picks it up, simply because there's more health eliminated. It could, of course, work the other way, but in comes Sparty again. The rocket just perfect. The railgun to finish him off. There comes the tied game. 3 minutes now remaining here, and Sparty isn't a possibility to take this map away.
Yeah, he's having a real surge of confidence here. You can really see it, especially in a close-range rail like that. You know, I know that we have LG, but let's switch to the close-range rail. That's all. I mean, that's the confidence move. That's what players do when they're really feeling it. And Sparty definitely is. At this point, look at this movement. Look at the pace that he's got on him. The energy is high. The action is also high octane. And here he goes on the drop, but dropping onto the LG as Cypher. Never what you want to do. Cypher burning him for that mistake with that LG, electrocuting him. But 37 health left. He's still alive. Red is up. Here is the play on that mega. The rocket jump goes, and he's going to have to run from that situation. Tail between legs. He definitely didn't get what he wanted from it, and Cypher, that's what he does. He punishes confidence.
I mean, that's kind of what I mean about Sparty. He died for the mega health. He didn't necessarily need to go for it. He just chose to go for it. Well, it may have been the line he died to. I don't know, but either way.
I think he just was too confident, didn't respect Cypher enough, and you can't drop on Cypher when he's got LG. I mean, you just when is that cool? That's not cool. And Sparty is experiencing quite the frustration with the LG of Cypher, you know, typing "come on" into chat as well. So it was looking so good. What happened, MVC?
Just little things, I think. Like I think it might just be a case of overconfident play, but at the same time, Spotty's perfectly capable during that overconfident play to find the frag. He's one of the few players that can pull out the most ridiculous things when you don't expect it. Cypher's just got an answer for everything at the moment. And again, the time remaining, there's nothing up on the map. Even if Spotty goes down here, when he spawns, he's going to be able to pick up nothing. Just it's going to be a free frag for Cypher. Yeah, this is I'm afraid game here on map number 1 for.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be that case. 6 in 1 minute against Cypher. I don't think that's going to happen. My grandpa, what was that? My grandpa hits more than me and Quake. So his insults seem to revolve around his grandparents' ability to play the game.
Yeah. Well, I guess Quake could be old enough for that, but I'm pretty sure Spotty is. Yeah.
Interesting. Either way, 13-6 is definitely Cypher's map number 1. And we move on to Sinister, which is going to be the pick of Sparty. And what are your prospects for the Swede on that clash there on Sinister?
I I think he could take, like, seeing his performance on this earlier, he definitely has the possibility to take the map. Unfortunately, Sinister's a map that I haven't played enough to really go into the deeper aspects of it. Kind of same for Cure in many respects. There's a lot of new maps in the pool, which is always great to see in QuakeLive, I have to admit. It'd be boring to see Blood Run, Lost World, and DM6 for the rest of our lives. But no, I think Spotty has a good opportunity or a good possibility to, you know, put up a good fight again. I think he was kind of unlucky in some of these fights on this map, despite, you know, dropping into a face load of LG.
Yeah, I really saw so many spots in his gameplay where it's like, this guy's going to win this map. I'm the most sure of that. There is nothing else I'm more sure of today than the fact that looking at Spotty right now, how he's playing, he should win this map. And all of a sudden, I mean, that's what we're talking about. A momentum-based player, when his momentum gets going, it's incredible to watch. And you just cannot imagine a future where he loses. But we saw that. We saw the momentum shift massively, dramatically, very, very fast. And that was it. He was done. And we had a scoreline which was not representative of how the game actually went at all.
I see this map, we mentioned before, it's kind of like that you can run away with a marginal score difference. I'm losing my words here, not a lot of sleep, but like, you know, 3, 4, 5 frags. But again, we saw Cypher come back against Demon, so Cypher sometimes does the impossible. And I don't know what kind of score lead Spotty's going to need to take away the map.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's look at the starts first of all. Here we have a start with Cypher on the red. Very nice start to have because it gives him the LG2 right off the bat. And that is a hardest weapon to take on the map, I would say. And there you go. Right off the spawn, he creeps in onto the rail position. Might just find himself a pickup here for free. There, look at that. Spotty trying to bait it. Oh my goodness. Lovely.
I was watching Cypher, yeah, and you could see Spy, and Spy just couldn't see him.
And there he knows he's going to be shooting the rail over on the jump, and no connection. So a lot to be left desired for Sparty. He does hit one finally though, but here goes the engagement, pushing it onto the Mega. Can he make it happen? He does. He gets the trade actually. They both die. Mega up on the spot still. There it is. Sparty gets it. This is the start that he needed.
Yep, the red armor for him now as well. He has the weapons that he needs as well to play this map. Cypher, I mean, look at this spot. He can deny weapons from Cypher for once as well. He knows exactly where Cypher needs to move to after picking up the armor. So really, Spotty in such a great position at this point in time. But the one thing he does have going against him, DDK, is that we have this red and Mega spawning at the same time. So Spotty's going to have to play this very well.
Yeah, I think he can pull this one off. He's going to steal away the upper yellow at first. He circles around through the teleporter. I think that's a really strong play to make because he can really cut Cypher off. He dropped to the lower level though, and that is really terrible for him as Cypher will get that Mega. But both yellows, let's not forget, have been cut off by Sparty. He knows now the next item to spawn is the upper yellow. Cypher tries to make the play there, but gets railed. If he goes for a telly now, he could win the fight. Catches the back of Cypher, easy win on the fight, and he gets the yellow. He's got the perfect cycle. This is what Sparty does well also. He is really good at nailing the cycles on the items.
Yeah, and the item's just going very much in his favor at the moment. Red to yellow to Mega. Might even just leave the yellow up and just expect Cypher to be there. Could be a good frag opening opportunity. But there comes the kill instead by the Mega health. And just got to be careful here, Spy, that these times don't overlap and give... Oh, wow. Did he pick it up? Yeah, he did pick it up. And give Cypher a small opportunity.
And there you go. Cypher will take that yellow, so it's a bit unfortunate for Sparty. But the kind of cycle that he has achieved... Oh, and he pushes Cypher off. Very key to do that. And this is a bit awkward, this fight there from high to low. But it's okay. But the thing is that Sparty has perfect knowledge of the pattern, but Cypher doesn't. So that is a big advantage. But we can see now that Cypher's taking so much time to fight Sparty that Sparty can't really keep the cycle going.
Yeah, and that's key in many respects. But again, got the frag still, and now he still has time to get over to the red, even top up on the lightning bolt first. So even though he's taking his time, there's just the separation between the items is still in Sparty's favor.
Yeah, and he's going to be picking up a lot more in the way of armor and health. He has the drop here, trying to predict the position of Cypher. Oh, it might almost caught him there, going for that yellow. If the timing had worked out a little bit slower for Sparty, that would have been really amazing to find that frag in that kind of a way. But here he goes, a bit of a pressure play, a bit of a poke before he goes back for the telly to swing back for this Mega. And Cypher's going to go for it. And Sparty doesn't really hit the damage that he needed to make him feel like he won in that situation.
I mean, he's not going to be too wary. What Spotty does know is all the health bubbles are up on the map. So depending on where Spotty can find areas to open up the damage, he'll know exactly where Cypher needs to go to top back up. Mega Health's not the end of the world because Cypher did not have much armor, but actually, as in the last sort of 20 seconds, Spotty's given him the opening to find some.
As indeed. So approaching the 4th minute, and it's a pretty tight game still. Here goes Cypher, trying to push in onto that Mega Health. But Sparty's going to win that battle. But can he win the fight? He will. That is an amazing result for Sparty. 5-1 now. And Cypher's starting to get to territory that he's not going to be too happy with. He's given away a few frags at this point. So he's going to have to start thinking about more desperate options. Not just yet, but if the scoreline maintains like this, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I want to say Spy's been hitting a lot of great rockets, but Cypher's just responding with some of his own and the railgun. 5-2, 3 frag deficit now, and another one as well, down to 34. But both players are, relatively weak, to be quite honest with you. Even though the Mega goes in favor of Spy, it's not really going to give him too much to work with. At the same time, Cypher has nothing, so the frag ended up going into Spy's favor. Kind of random, could have gone either way. Even though the lead is 4 frags, it could go either way.
Yeah, Spotty was so fast on the Mega, and that's really his key. One of his key strengths is timing, and that was really how he got that frag, because Cypher didn't realize that he was going to have such perfect timing on the Mega, and he knew so well exactly when it was spawning that he sacrificed everything to get there as fast as possible, and Cypher wasn't counting on it, and that meant that Cypher was overcommitted, and that gained another frag for Sparty. So Sparty is playing so very well right now.
Yeah, and he needs to as well. He doesn't want to be going up against Evil, moving into the playoffs. That would be the worst case scenario for any player in the world, I would say. Going to try his damnedest to take the second map. We're going to see a bit of an LG exchange. Cypher in position to pick up the red armor. It will be Cypher to win out on the frag. Close the gap again.
Oh, runs out of ammunition, has to hit the rails. He's actually hitting 66% right now, so that's pretty good for a rail. But he's only 3 frags behind, so he's got to do a lot of work at this point. Red is coming up very soon, and there's no way that Spotty can really challenge this. If he was going to go for some pressure plays, I don't know what I think about it. I think it's good that he stays hidden there, stays really long distance. Oh my goodness, that rail from Cypher.
Yeah, straight through the grey. And it's very difficult to Spy to even get on a yellow armor, because where Cypher's position, move in towards the Mega, if he can hit exactly where Sparty is, all he has to do is charge at Sparty and Spy will die. Just look at him and he'll die. But he has managed to get on the upper yellow. That's going to at least be something to work with for the time being. But at the moment, it's looking very dim. Spy's going to have to hit some fantastic rockets on the defense to steal away the red armor. But listen, you can hear him screaming, down to 6 points of health. If he gets out of here, I'll be amazed. He won't. 6-4. Cypher finds the frag. Maybe the railgun off the spot. Oh, a little bit indecisive with his railgun shot there, Cypher. But closing the gap now. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, here we go. Spotty going to be spotted again. Hits a nifty little rail, though, before he leaves. And he's going to know when enough is enough. So that's a win right there for Sparty. A small win, but a win nonetheless. And he steals away the Mega as well. So this has been problematic for Cypher, these Megas. Very problematic. And let's see if he's able to find a situation where a fight can happen. We have this red coming up now, and Sparty's going to feel more confident to go for a pressure for a play here. He hit a rail, and he didn't receive any damage. And you can see here goes the double back. He wanted to hit another one. He jumps for that red armor. Cypher's out of position for it now, not thinking Sparty would come back, but he did. And now comes the rockets from Sparty. But Cypher, with 5 health, is able to survive somehow, but he's not out of trouble yet.
It's funny, I don't think either player expected the other to drop down there. You could tell it was just a huge surprise. And yeah, Cypher managed to somehow get away with that 5 HP. 1 frag deficit now. Spotty's going in for the fight. Spotty needs to get on that red armor. Then we'll take the frag without it. Now the red armor is the gift. He's got the full 100 of it. And yeah, that build-up that Cypher just made has been brought to a halt for the time being.
Yeah, 2 minutes left in this one. And of course, Cypher is 1 map up, so Sparty needs this to have a situation where it's not against Evil by getting that 3rd map. But look at this, dive in with the rail, connects one onto Cypher as he drops. And he's pretty healthy still. If Cypher cannot be fooled into thinking that Spotty's weak, because he just isn't right now. He's looking pretty strong. He's going to be on these yellows too. These rails, so many rails between these two guys. And there goes another yellow towards Sparty. He's looking very strong for this red. This could be a turning point.
You have to see 1 second and it comes up. We are going to see an aggressive push in from Cypher. LG on LG. Who's going to come out on top? Brilliant rail. It's like both of these players hit the same accuracies. It really does come down to the railguns at distance to separate the two so that when they get into an exchange, one of them has the advantage. Because on paper, both, you know, forget what they're hitting on the scoreboard. Like 28% versus 58% on the railgun. Spy's hitting the ones that matter.
And here we go. This is going to be the difference, surely. Cypher didn't really connect all that much, and the red's still up on the spot, and he hits the rails! Sparty! Amazing stuff. He finally breaks stalemate, and that could be a game-winning play right there from Sparty. And oh, the rockets coming in from Cypher are very painful indeed, but Sparty looks like he's going to be able to survive, for now at least. And oh, he hits the rail. That's got to seal the deal.
Really is the benefit of knowing exactly, again, when the items spawn. He knew he had time to get into position to rail down on Mega. He knew Cypher wouldn't have picked it up yet, despite not being able to hear the pickup from where he was. It just, yeah, really, really good stuff at the moment here from Spy. But Cypher has managed to find one, and yeah, that nothing.
That 7-4 stalemate was so funny. Like you said, they both kept mirroring each other's damage, and it wasn't even that. Like Spotty would pick up the red, and they had the little fight, and then Cypher would go back and pick up the mega, and then they both get the yellow on the other side of the map. So it's like they had this agreement to just collect. One guy gets one half, the other guy gets the other half. But it was Spotty in the end who actually managed to. He played really well. He earned this victory for sure. And even though Cypher was hitting so much damage, we can see how much damage he was hitting. Sparty was able to keep things under check.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the rail percentage. They're 55 against 28, but you look at the shots actually hit. Cypher hit 10, Spotty hit 13. When the exchange mattered, you know, it's equal across the board, and that could have quite easily gone the other way. But what this does mean is, yet again, DDK, we have another 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1s all day. 2-1s for days. And we have lost world. So it's an interesting one. You'd want to, at least I would want to give a big advantage to Cypher on this one. I don't know if this is really a great map for Sparty. It doesn't really play well with some of the kind of playstyle that he really enjoys. Like this is closer to ZTN. And the closer you get to ZTN, the more further away you get from what Sparty wants to play.
Yeah, and despite Spy having a very strong lining gun, I think he really performs on maps with railgun.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, here we go. Final map, DDK. The deciding game proceeding in Group B. Who's going to play Evil? We'll see. The loser, of course. The winner gets to play Ash, which is obviously the more favourable option. Seedings or results to be the case. But straight off the bat, we're seeing an exchange in the middle. It is just like mirrors fighting each other.
It's looking like that. So there goes the mega to Sparty. Very delayed mega, in fact. That's going to be 56 that it respawns. So I don't even know if Cypher can even understand when it's possibly spawning. That's an advantage Sparty needs to hold on to. He cannot die before picking up that next mega. That is a big, big goal because it is an advantage he has. The thing is that he ran out of rockets and he's got to go and try to remedy that as fast as possible. Get the LG, get this yellow, get the rockets, and then go for mega. That's what he's thinking about. Cypher, though, at every turn, he's trying to deal the damage, and he's got position on mega now. What in the hell was that?
I don't even Cypher damaged him.
Like, Cypher he puts out the question mark. He's like, what? I didn't touch you.
It's like Magneto. But,
it's like, he used the force.
Yeah.
And Sparty said, I'm inactive. That's his excuse. I don't know, man. He's been playing Quake for a long time.
Is he drunk? Maybe that's what it is.
It's like he's doing like these ridiculously awesome plays and like such focus, such concentration, but then that
just jumps off the map. It's like I had a good game last time. I'm gonna have a shot, and then a shot of vodka or something, and now I don't even know. 2-0 anyway on the board here for Cypher.
Oh my goodness.
For him. Red armor for him. Spy.
It looked so promising. He had a really it was a really even start, but I think he had a bit of an advantage. But here he comes to the plasma in the back of Cypher, trying to melt him there. But he didn't melt all the way. He melted all the armor away, and so that is nice. But look at Cypher. He's like, dude, come on, come back here. And he does manage to frag him. So that's okay. And with the reds spawning, Cypher's going to really stabilize it. And he's got the mega too. So Cypher's in incredibly scary position, and now he's taking a note out of Sparty's book about, I don't know, bad movements.
I've got the giggles there. I'm just reading the chat. So just Cypher saying I didn't touch you just made me laugh.
Yeah.
Anyway, what? 3-0 at the moment. Oh my god. Right, red armor coming up. Cypher's just trying to hold back Spy from dropping down. In comes his move to pick it. Actually, Cypher didn't pick it up. Dropped down to the teleport first. Yeah, okay, whatever. Alright, get back into the game, MVC. Come on.
Well, either way, checking Sparty's position now, and he's got basically an even stack to Cypher. The thing is that he did also take that last mega health, but Cypher's in the usual spot. Oh god, that was a lot of damage, and Sparty's in a position he cannot do anything now. He's going to take this damage, and the problem for him is that he can't really easily replenish this. If he hits a nice rocket now after that, it could all go okay again. But oh no, Cypher messes the rocket jump up. That's going to stop him getting a yellow. And that was what Cypher's play was. It was deal the damage, steal away the yellows. Like that's something he could realistically have done. At least one and the red. And then he'd have a big stack advantage, get the mega, and then push for a frag. That's like what he could have done there. But now he messed up the jump again. So
yeah, small path of opportunity now for Sparty. He should also be able to get on the red here. I don't think Cypher's going to be wanting to challenge. Yeah, I won't be feeling too comfortable after that. Actually, no, Sparty's taking his time to drop down as well. Has he seen... I don't know if he's seen Cypher. Yeah, I don't think he did. I don't know what his FOV is in resolution, but...
I think it must be 90 or something, but... There goes Cypher. Wow, Sparty. Wonderful stuff there. And I felt like Cypher had everything going for him. He had some brilliant LG as Sparty dropped from the red. But Sparty responds. He comes back into the game with some energy. And the plasma, though, is putting him down to 15 health. And this is not a situation on Lost World ever where you're thinking, oh, I should just do a suicide like on Toxicity, where that can be a good play. But man, so much of his advantage removed by the plasma.
Yeah, but he has somehow managed to get in on this red armor. Thank God 325 HP balls were up for him as well. 2 in the upper, 1 just above him there. The 50 as well. Spy does have time and all the health on the map as well. I believe he has time on the mega health, so he's not out of it just yet. And actually, almost in a better position than Cypher if he can hit a good shot on him here with
the drop on the LG too. And I think, you know what, you're totally right. He got a better position on Cypher because Cypher had no weapons.
Although, yeah.
But he fixed that,
yeah,
obviously. But yeah, Sparty now running for his life. And will he succeed? No.
That's the question.
5-minute warning.
I feel like this commentary has gone downhill.
Yeah, it has taken a turn for the worse. But it's okay, because I don't know. I was hoping that I would get struck by some inspiration to finish that sentence with something, but no. I think you should speak MVC.
I don't even know what to say. I'll just call it as it happened. Cypher picks up the mega health, moves into middle map, tries to deal damage onto Sparty. Sparty's surely going to go down here. Rocket jump map. Anyway, there comes the frag. 7-1.
So we've got 4.5 minutes left. It's a 6 frag difference for Sparty. You don't really get that difference back by playing it slow. That is just the fact. That is just how it is. And so Sparty needs to figure out how he's going to attack. And he's not thinking about how do I get stack. He's got to think about how do I do damage, how do I do it fast, and then steal items, push myself onto items that way. And so that's the method of thought he's in. And he's got Cypher fairly low, and he does get the pickup of the mega, so he's got stuff to work with. Let's switch over to Sparty's perspective. We then realize that he has no weapons, and then that is the highest priority for him. Now, and look, oh, here comes Cypher, but no rockets, 200 damage, just like that, and it's looking bad for Sparty again.
Yeah, down to 76. This is going to be very tough. He's not going to really be able to drop for the red. Cypher still has armor to his name. This is surely going to be another frag as well. And eventually going to be picking up the yellow. Maybe the mega, maybe even denying a couple of yellows here. This is very grim for Spy, which is unfortunate because I really feel like, again, I like watching Demon play Cypher.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. It is like that, isn't it? We need Sparty and Demon to play again.
Yeah. I mean, is this a case of Cypher maybe not playing his A game, or are these two players really just giving Cypher a good run for his money?
I think you can't take anything away from Sparty nor Demon. I think Demon played some of the best Quake we've seen him play in maybe months, actually. It was very, like, some of the stuff he was doing is very good. There was some elements of shakiness in some spots and some decisions, but for the most part, he played really well. And I think the standout game from him was the Lost World. Despite the fact that he lost it, I think that was a real standout game for Demon. He made some great gut calls.
And he lost it. He didn't... It wasn't the Cypher win it. Demon lost it. Like,
exactly.
He just threw it away.
Exactly. And with Sparty, we're looking at a situation where he played a phenomenal game on Sinister. He did all the right things. It's hard to really say because Cypher's an interesting one. I feel like Cypher, sometimes his game, it's not like he has a style necessarily, except that his style is to break other people's styles with the ways that he deals damage, with the ways that he kind of breaks down how you want to play the map, which basically changes player to player a little bit. And he always has such good damage output, always has such good ambushes. He's so efficient, he's so smart tactically, and he works around players so well that I feel like that's how he plays. So I don't know, I feel like Cypher's a different player per who he's playing against, but he's always awesome.
Yeah, no, I can definitely relate to that. I think this tournament's definitely going the way...
Whoa!
Oh, wow. Amazing prediction. Jesus Christ. But I think this tournament going the way probably everyone expected it. It is at the moment on the cards for a Cypher Evil final. It's going to be a tough set of games in the semi-finals for the lower seeded players.
Yeah, it really is. It's going to be very, very tough. But it's going to be doable. It's going to be doable, though. If they all play as we've seen them play, I think it's something that is achievable, maybe 1 in 10 times. But that's enough. That's odds, at least. There is a chance. Yeah. And I think there really is a chance for all the players who've made top 4 to become the winners today. Of course, Cypher Evil is the storyline we've come to expect. A Cypher Evil showdown is a way to put an end, for a while at least. This kind of, I think for both Evil and Cypher, Evil's needs to prove that every time that he's won against Cypher's been no fluke, and Cypher needs to prove that he's not going to let Evil just push him around. That he's not going to let Evil, even though Cypher won DreamHack Winter 2013, he's not going to let Evil start winning against him online. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, we saw last week Cypher tried to get to a net cafe to be in a better situation to play Evil online. He really wants to beat him online.
Yeah, that's very true.
Unfortunately, the server situation and so on and so forth didn't go his way, but he definitely doesn't want to give Evil any room to breathe when it comes to online tournaments. It's not just about the events.
And let's not forget too, he's got an organization behind him now, and it's not just any organization. It's Titan. Titan Gaming are a massive organization. They've got an amazing CSGO team. They've got an amazing League of Legends team. They're really big players in the esports industry, and they picked up they chose to pick up a player. They chose Cypher, and of course, he won DreamHack Winter 2013, so they obviously chose well. But he needs to pull in the results. So it's a really interesting situation we have on our hands. So that means we'll have Cypher against Ash and Evil against Sparty then. So that's how things will break down in the playoffs. But of course, we're going to take a pretty long break this time. So is there anything you want to say before we hit up the break? And because you're going to shoot off, right? So
well, assuming you can get someone else, I got to disappear, finish up some overlays for the TDM Nations Cup stream today. But if anyone wants to tune in, unfortunately it's at the same time as the grand final for FACEIT. But if you want to open 2 streams, that's going to be going on my channel, Dignitas MVC. Hopefully, if you don't get anyone else and I can get all my stuff done, I will be back for more games moving forward. But if not, it's been a good Group A, good Group B. I guess the deserved people went through. Demon, again, I feel like Demon Sparty could have been either of them really. But yeah, thanks for having me on. If I don't come back, that's
yeah, it's a pleasure. Hopefully we do get you back. We had some fun. The last map was a little bit sketchy, but
and awkward, yeah.
but we did okay. So okay, guys, we're gonna hit up a quick break. We have the playoffs coming up afterwards, so stay tuned for that here for the FACEIT Winter Season finale. But until then, yeah, take it easy, get some food, rest up, because you're gonna need all the energy. Because you're going to be cheering like crazy for Cypher to actually beat Evil. I think that's what most people want at this point.